Hey guys, Nub here, back with another video. Hope you guys had a safe holiday season and a happy New Year's. This is my first video of 2021, so really excited about that. And with that being said, let's dive in. Alright, so today I'll be talking about my first impressions of the Shelby GT350. So I've had the Shelby for about 2 months. I've put around 400 miles, and I know that's not a lot of miles, but you know, with the whole quarantine coronavirus thing, I don't really have many excuses to go outside. So really the only time I'm going outside with this car is if I just want to take a nice like stress relieving drive after work, or to film videos and TikToks, or even like take photos, do photo shoots and things like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to attending more car events, cruises and things like that. But yeah, I just haven't really had much opportunities to do so. But yeah, let's take a look. I've had so much fun driving this thing. Oh man. So one of the things I want to talk about is how hard is it to drive this car. So the Shelby GT350 only comes in a 6-speed manual transmission, and this is actually the first manual car I've ever owned. Prior to me buying this car, one of my friends taught me how to drive stick on his Nissan Sentra. I believe it was a 2007. So yeah, is the GT350 an easy car to learn manual on? Yes, and here's why. So the clutch pedal on this car is super light, so like it's not like my left leg is aching after like 30, 40, even an hour of driving, even longer than that. It's very forgiving and light clutch pedal, so that's a plus. The shifter it feels great. It's very notchy, very tight. It's very satisfying to row through the gears. I love it. Another thing that I want to mention is the torque of the V8. It really helps you in low speed situations. So like, say for example, if I have to go up a driveway ramp, or if I'm on the highway and I'm pulling into one of those stores and it has like one of those curb ramps, you can go at a very low speed with this car, like say downshift into second, like third, second. You can go at a very low speed with this car and it doesn't feel like you're lugging the engine. The V8 has the torque, it has enough of that low end power to kind of keep the car going. Now obviously I love this car. It's brought me so much joy, and before I talk about all the things I really love about this car, I want to talk about some of the dislikes that I've had, some of the things that I've caught that have kind of annoyed me. And with me talking about how this car is driving stick, and I did talk about the clutch pedal being light, I'm going to talk about why the clutch pedal still annoys me. So the clutch pedal is very light, it's pretty easy to learn on, but my biggest complaint about it is that when you're lifting the clutch, it doesn't feel linear. Like the tension of the clutch pedal, it's like it feels very light and then all of a sudden it feels heavier, or vice versa. It's very hard to tell. That kind of makes it hard to get any feedback from the clutch pedal. So like it's pretty hard to tell where the bite point is. I guess in the 2 months that I've had this car, I've kind of gotten used to where the bite point is based on when I can tell the car starts to move or when the RPMs start to dip a little, but you can't really feel it through your leg. So that's one of my biggest complaints with the clutch pedal. All right, so my second biggest complaint with this car is the amount of times it scrapes. So scraping is kind of an issue with this car, and I believe the reason for that is, first of all, it has a low ride height. The car has about 4 inches of ground clearance, and that's not the worst that I've seen. There are cars that are lower, and then when you have those slammed cars, and that's a whole different story. But another thing that is an issue with this car is the front bumper. It sticks out beyond the front wheel, so I believe that's another reason why it scrapes. I installed the Sliplow scrape guard in my last video, and I believe it's holding up pretty well. It looks good for the most part. I hope I don't have to replace the splitter anytime soon. I'm hoping that the Sliplow prevents that from happening. But yeah, something to look out for with this car. All right, so we are sitting inside of the Shelby, and my last complaint is the placement of the cup holders. I drink a lot of water. I always have a water bottle with me, and the problem with the cup holder placement is, say for example, if I'm shifting gears, I feel like I have to move my arm. As you can see, like, my arm is touching the water bottle, and if I didn't have my water bottle here, I could very comfortably rest my elbow against the center armrest right here. I could very comfortably rest my elbow here and shift. But when you introduce this water bottle, see how now my elbow's like just kind of floating. Yeah, it just doesn't feel comfortable at times. It's not a huge deal, but it's noticeable. And all right, so now let's talk about the things that I love about my Shelby. The first thing is how it looks. I always thought this car looks so mean. That was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted this car. All right, going on about the looks, the grabber lime color. So I believe I mentioned this in my first video when I was taking delivery of this car. When I saw this grabber lime color on the dealer's website, I don't know, they must have used like some potato quality phone or camera to take the pictures, because that thing looks so hideous on their website. And I mean, this car was like sitting on their dealer for like 9 months. The car was on their lot since February of 2020, so that's almost a year. Actually, sorry, scratch that, March of 2020, still almost a year. And maybe the photos on their website was a reason for that. Maybe people just didn't like the grabber lime, how it looked, because it honestly looked like an avocado. It was horrible. But seeing it in person, the grabber lime, so much better. Like, this is a color that you have to see in person because it just pops. All right, another thing I like about the car, exhaust note. This car sounds so mean. I haven't brought the RPMs above 4,000 because I'm still breaking the car in, and it's still like, even below 4,000 RPMs, like if I let off the accelerator, the car will crackle and pop. It sounds amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to bring the RPMs up, because honestly, this is one of the best sounding cars I've ever heard stock. Ford, you guys nailed the exhaust note on this. The last thing I'm going to talk about for the likes that I have for this car is its convenience and comfort features. So I have the heated and cooled seats, as you can see here, and I saw in the comment sections for my first video that people were saying, oh, I'm going to regret not getting the Recaros. This car needs the Recaros. And yes, I agree, the Recaros fit this car better in a sense that this is a sports car. Honestly, this is a track car, so you want track capable seats. But at the same time, I do plan on taking this car to the track, but I don't know when that's going to be. So I'm enjoying the heated and cooled seats. It's still the middle of winter. The heated seats have been so nice. Like, I honestly didn't think that I would need it, but having it just makes me appreciate it so much more. And I haven't really used the cooled seats functionality yet, but I'm pretty sure when summer comes around, I'm gonna love that too. No one likes sweaty backs on car seats. Other comfort features, this car doesn't have all the tech that, you know, maybe a Mustang GT Premium or some luxury cars like BMWs, Audis would have. But coming from a 2004 Toyota 4Runner, that was like my main daily before I got this car. This car is so much of a step up from that. Like, having Android Auto is super cool. Honestly, having a touchscreen is really cool also. I can control all the climate features and things like that through the touchscreen. Ford Sync 3 system is pretty easy to use. Look around. Yeah, apps. Oh yeah, Ford Pass. Ford Pass is pretty cool. I can unlock and lock my car through my phone. I can also get vehicle health reports. I can check the mileage of my car, the oil life, all through my phone. All right, that concludes my video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. That helps me out greatly. Feel free to drop a suggestion or anything in the comments. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Follow me on my social medias. I'll have links in the description. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys off with a little POV footage of the car. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Continue for 3/4 of a mile.